They kind of match.
They do kind of match. It's like a plum color.
Valentine's week. Yeah. So. We're live on the.
Yes, we are good to go.
Okay, I see Instagram people going live. Everybody's going on. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Cindy
And Christine.
at Candles and Supply. So I see people are logging in. Give us a shout out if you can hear us. So that way we know everything, audio, video, everything's working and stuff like that. So this is fun. This kind of concludes our lip care kind of series for right now. So yeah, wintertime. It's been. I mean, we've been having a nice winter, but still, lips get chapped in the winter. It just happens. So this has been fun to go through and stuff like that. We have some really great things. So today, the last couple weeks, we've been showing you, what we've been working on with the lip gloss and the lip balm and stuff like that. So today, we're going to demo how to use them all and everything. And we're going to take one at a time and demo one at a time, just show you how to use it, what we like about it, what we don't like about it. Post your questions in the comments and stuff, and we will get to that. If there's anything you are wondering and stuff like that, or haven't asked, make sure to post that in the comments too, and that way we can get to it and give you shout outs and stuff like that. So looks like everybody's hearing us okay. So sounds good. Wednesday afternoon. We didn't plan this whole I guess maybe we're still in Valentine mode because it's pink week, so whatever. I don't know.
I forgot to wear my pink shirt last week too. I was going to do that and I forgot.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, happy day after Valentine's Day, everybody too. So anyway, what do we got first?
All right, so let's start out with our protective lip balm base. We've had this one for many
Okay.
years, fan favorite.
Original, tried and true. What's in that base? This one we developed this years ago, and this is great. I loved it.
There's words I can't pronounce.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Basically, it's mostly castor seed oil and beeswax, and there's some soy oil because that's really good. The candelilla wax, and that's basically what's in here. So it's a natural thing. There's cedar oil in there to get it a little bit smoother and stuff like that. So. But it's been a very nice base, tried and true. We have a lot of people using this. Super easy to use. It's awesome. So been awesome for years. So we put these in. We usually package them in deli containers. That way you could just pop these right in the microwave and melt them down. So if you don't want to melt the whole thing down, so this is an 8-ounce size. 8 ounce does about 50 lip balm tubes, right? So you get 50 of these standard size chapsticks. Using black today for no apparent reason other than that's what I picked off the shelf. So it'll do about 50 of these normal size chapstick tubes in the 8 ounce. So if you don't want to do 50 and you only want to do a few, you can do a few. Just weigh it out and stuff like that. These lip balms are 0.15 ounces, so you can just weigh out what you need and make the lip balms from there. So you don't have to use the whole thing at a time. But if you want to, you can melt it all at a time. Mix your scent and color in there too, and then pour them all up.
All right.
I do highly recommend if you are doing this whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really easy. So pouring a few is no big deal. These are nice. The containers you can bend and pour into the tubes too. So if you're pouring a few, just for you and your friends and for fun and stuff like that, so you don't really have to worry about it. But if you're doing a lot of them, I like using these trays. Makes it so easy, and I'll show you. So the trays are round, so these fit the lip balm tubes in there. And you just put the tubes in the bottom. And it's silicone, so it fits all size tubes. We found that a millimeter off on those plastic ones don't work. So what you would do is just insert the tubes, all 50 in the bottom. I'm not going to do all 50. I mean, it'd be super fun to watch, but. So you put them in the bottom like that. When you flip it over, it'll stand on the table all by itself. And then you just pour the lip balm base over top, the melted base. And it's not going to stand for me right now because I didn't fill all of it. But you would pour the base in, kind of overfill them, fill in the little tray there, and then just scrape off the top. Once it's cool, scrape it off and you'll have nice smooth tops.
There's a little bit on it. You can see there is a little bit of an indent on here, so it holds in the extra lip balm that you over pour. It's a little bit of indent, so you don't have to worry about it. As long as you don't have to go crazy. If you go crazy, I mean, you're gonna spill it. But if you pour a little bit over, you don't have to worry about it going all over.
True. Yeah, no big deal on the over.
Yeah, if you take a big thing and just like this, so gotta try a little bit.
So the trays are amazing for that. So if you're making quantities of lip balms, it's good for that. So 8 ounces of balm does 50 trays or 50 tubes. 1 tray or 50 tubes. So these trays hold 50 tubes, which does about 8 ounces.
So we're not gonna do 50 today, so
Nope.
we'll do 2.
Yeah, let's do 2.
Okay.
1 for me, 1 for you.
Perfect. All right.
All right. So if you're just doing,
You said they're about
0.15 ounces is each lip balm tube. That's what it holds. So if we're doing 2, 0.15 times 2 is 0.3. So make sure your scale's on ounces. You put something that you're going to melt it in on top of there. Tear it out because you only want to take the weight of the lip balm or whatever you're weighing. And you weigh out 0.3. This lip balm base is nice too. So even in the summer when your car's like, super hot, it's not going to melt out and go all over your car too. So.
And if you were making these to sell, I would be wearing gloves, but we're just using these, so it doesn't really matter. They're not wearing gloves or anything.
True. Good point. Gloves, hairnet, mask,
Yeah,
all the
those
GMP things. So.
But we're just making it for ourselves, and I
Yep.
feel like doing all that. So here we are. Almost
Because
there.
we're not pouring 50 of them.
Also true. All right, there we go.
All right, so we have the 0.3. I'm just going to pop this in the microwave. I usually like to, it's going to melt like butter. It melts pretty easy. So I usually like to do, 30-second intervals. And you can do 50% power or you can do full power. I like to keep an eye on it. These do shrink a little bit. So when you pour the lip balm bases into the tubes, you'll get a shrinkage right around the thing. But if you pour cooler, then it doesn't shrink as much. So
Kind of like the same thing with candles.
yeah,
Similar.
kind of the same thing. Put that in for a little bit. I'm not going to do a full 30 seconds because we don't have a lot in there. There's only like 0.3 of an ounce. So I'm just going to melt it for a few seconds and see how we go. All right, another 5 seconds. Melts real quick when you're only doing a couple. I like it.
Sure.
Look at that. All melted, nice and clear like.
Amber. All right. Do some color.
So the flavors, if you're using the, the fun flavors like strawberry and, chai and pumpkin and all the fun flavors, it's kind of like what you see is what you get when you put it in there. It's not really like you have to use 2% or this or that or whatever. Like this, you could literally make a roll on and put this on your lips and stuff like that. It's safe for that. Not that you'd want to do that. It's not going to help your lips at all or whatever. So, just when we're making it. Are we doing these strawberry?
Yeah, I figured.
We picked strawberry because strawberry's fun. Well, she picked strawberry because
I
strawberry's
did.
fun.
Well, I figured, we're coming on to like spring and summer. That's where my mind was, especially since it's like 60 degrees and sunny and beautiful today.
There we go. So I'm just going to put a few drops in there.
Yeah, so people always, and off of that, people always ask us how much to put in there. Honestly, it's to taste, like kind of do it and then
Whatever
put it on a
you
little
want.
bit on your lips.
I like
and
it
see
to
if you like
smell. Yeah, I like the smell.
it. Yeah, because some people
Flavors
are like,
don't really taste. They don't have a taste even though you think. But when you smell it, your brain thinks you're tasting it.
Right.
It's
don't
an illusion.
actually eat it. But
let's put some color since it's strawberry.
Yeah.
And then all of our lip tint colors work with all the lip balm bases, all the lip gloss bases and everything too.
Right,
So we'll start off, these are pretty strong, so let's put like 2 drops in. Sure. 2 syrupy drops. Stir that up, see how we get. Now, I probably should have picked clear tubes for doing a color because then you'd be able to see the fun color, but you'll still be able to see it in the black tubes.
definitely could have got away with one. But
Oh, yeah.
I figured it was a
Strong.
little
It's strong.
aggressive. All right. All right, so if we don't, not using
I'm
a
aggressive.
tray, got too intense with my stirring. Okay.
Don't stir so violently. Here, let me get your paper towel. Let's put this stuff down on a paper towel so it's a little neater.
Okay, there you go. Just pour it in?
Yeah, just pour it in. Yeah. We like to pick like nice little pouring devices with a little spout. That makes it easier. So, but you can squeeze things and improvise Dixie cups, squeeze things. That all works too.
I'm gonna put this over here so it's out of our way.
Good. Right. Don't spill it.
I know, I got really close on the last one. It scared me a little bit. Okay,
And
there we
that's it.
go.
And a good idea to clean this up, so if you're using some other type of container, so lip balm is very waxy and it's designed to go on and protect. Easy way to clean up before you have a big mess is just when it's still hot, wipe it out with a paper towel and get the bulk of it out. That way you're not trying to clean up a greasy mess all by itself.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. It seems like a little bit, and then all of a sudden it's spread and it's everywhere. And you're
Yeah.
like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
I'm just hating your life. I don't know,
You
paper
don't
towel.
want to hate your life. The goal in life is not to hate your life.
Especially when you're doing this because you're supposed to be having fun.
I think we all hate dishes, though. Doing dishes
That's
is
true.
kind of horrible.
And this
so.
reduces your dish amount for
It does.
sure.
It does.
All right.
reduce your amount. So these are lip balm bases you want to put into the tubes. They're too thick to put into like our lip gloss containers and stuff like that because it's too thick. It's not going to come out for you. So always use the tubes with the lip balm base. The balms are thicker and heavier. So. All
So
right.
now protected lip balm base.
Yep.
So our new one that we
Our
just
new one,
launched.
yeah.
What was it, last week?
Last week. Yep.
Last week.
Avocado and aloe.
Ooh, so this
Our
one's
vegan
a
lip balm
vegan
base.
one.
So everybody likes the other one, but we had a lot of requests throughout the years to have a vegan-friendly one, like no beeswax, stuff like that. Have a vegan-friendly one. So we came up with a recipe that we really like. It is a little bit yellowish on color because we use the candela wax, which is yellow and turns it yellow. So it's a natural color. I mean, think about it being natural. It's a natural color.
For me too, like these type of products and even candles and stuff too, when you see it like
Mhm.
the waxes, these colors, you know it's less processing. Like you can bleach this essentially and it wouldn't
could.
be
Yeah.
it wouldn't look like this, but like then that's more processing. So we're really
Right.
trying to stick with the natural and the
Right. Embrace the color. If
exactly.
you're tinting it, it'll embrace it. So this one, I kind of want a lot of these because I was gonna take some
Are we
up to
gonna do the
Jen
whole
this
thing?
weekend. Yeah, so let's melt the whole thing. We'll show them how we melt the whole thing. So this is in there. Theoretically, this is gonna be full, but you can see how much I love it because I've already like made that many and gave it away and stuff like that. But let's just pop this in the microwave. Put this on 30 seconds. Stop there. I'm not gonna lie, really the only button I know how to use on a microwave is the add 30 seconds button.
Just
So.
keep going when you need more.
Yeah, it's my favorite button on the whole micro. I don't even know. They don't even need to put any other buttons on there. The add 30-second button is all me. So let's do this one. So there is a few essential oils that you can use in lip balms. So my favorite in the whole wide world is peppermint because peppermint is very healing. So for, dry skin, chapped skin, all that type of thing, peppermint is already healing. So by adding the peppermint essential oil to this, you're getting a very healing kind of product. So 30 seconds in this amount, it's melted, but I want to melt it a little bit more. I just want it to be a little warmer. So I think I'm going to do, I don't want it to be too hot, so I'll just stir it up a bit before we get it in there.
Same type of thing, like same process essentially.
Yeah.
You're doing melt and pour soap.
Or butter.
Yeah.
So when you're melting
Similar.
butter, you would melt it very slow. Yeah. No and slow. Well, now I'm going to have to do 15 seconds because I can't use my add 30 seconds button. We don't need that much time.
You could, but then you have to pay attention to what's stop when you
Yeah.
stop it. Yeah. So.
I'm paying attention to our millions of viewers here.
I mean, I've got some comments and things happening, so.
Yeah, it's good. Okay. So here we are. Look how beautiful this is. I will show you how beautiful this is. So it is all melted. It's a nice golden color, which I do not mind. I like it because it's natural.
I hope that's still working.
We may have lost you Instagram if we did, sorry. All right, and now we're just gonna put a little bit of peppermint flavor oil in there. So I should have weighed this before I did it. I'm gonna weigh container and all because it won't really matter because I'll be using less than the recommended amount, so, okay. All right, so we have about 2 ounces in here. So let's use 20 drops of peppermint
Okay.
essential oil. And we're not
Do
gonna
you
color
have
this
a
one.
pipette?
Oh,
Thanks.
so 20 drops is about 1 milliliter too, so you don't have to count the drops. We use 1 milliliter in our 2 ounces here. And we're not going to tint this at all. I just want this to be
All natural.
natural for its healing properties.
All right, I'm gonna have to restart.
We're on pause here. We lost Instagram. Platform down. Coming back up. I'll let this cool anyway, so just that extra 15 seconds got it a bit hot. So just stir it and let it cool. Maybe all ready. So one thing good too, so we made all this 2 ounces peppermint. We're only going to pour 2 tubes out of it, so it's not like we're going to use the whole 2 ounces, but this can always be reheated later too. So you can leave it as is, reheat it later. So if you want to, make a pound of each of all your colors and then just pour as needed, you can certainly do that. Okay.
All right. We're back in
Instagram.
Sorry.
So the base melted. We added 1 milliliter of essential oils in here. There's 2 ounces of base. We did 1 milliliter of a peppermint essential oil. We stirred it up. That's all you missed. And now it cooled off a little bit so we can pour it. Since there's not a lot, we can actually kind of like squeeze this. And
I'm gonna let you do that since you think I can't do that, but if you think you can do that.
I practiced this a lot when I was testing, so I did a lot of testing, and I didn't want to get all these dishes dirty and have to redo them. So this does work. On a full one, it does not work well. On one with a little bit in there, it works well.
Give you some more tubes.
All right. Well, I was only going to do 2, but look at me pouring all of these.
Well, you melted all of it,
I
so.
did, yeah. That way I don't have to melt it later.
I can give you more if you want. I don't know how much you guys want to watch us pour this.
What? This isn't super fun?
I mean, since you're not messing up, it's really not. If you spill it, it might be
That's
more
true.
entertaining.
We'll leave that there. I'm going to keep the base. So like I said, sometimes this shrinks. So as it cools, it shrinks down a little bit. So I'm just going to leave a little bit of the base, and that way I can reheat it later. Fill in my voids, have nice smooth tops on that. I love this new base. So normally when you're applying lip balm, especially in the winter, you're doing it like every hour?
Something like that, yeah.
This I find with the vegan one, I literally have to maybe do it like 3 times a day. So morning, before bed, somewhere in the middle here. So yeah, maybe after lunch. So, but it lasts a lot longer on there. So it protects it. It feels like it soaks in. So you're not going to get that greasy feeling that you do with the other one, like the smeary kind of feeling. You don't get that. It soaks in, but your lips feel super, super soft and conditioned and everything. It's a very, very nice base. So. All right, and that's that one. Super easy. So both of these bases, you just decide what you want, how many lip balms you want to make, melt it, add your flavor, add your tint if you want to, and then pour it. And then I usually let them cool before capping. You don't have to wait a full 24 hours. 24 hours would be great, but it cools off, I find, within like 4 hours, they're ready to be capped.
Even like,
it's pretty good. So the ones that she just poured is already cooling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can peel up
at the end.
So.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds good. So the next one we're going to do our all natural lip gloss base. And this was a fun one. So I'll let you show that one. I did the last one. Yeah. So it's clearish. It's very soft. So here's a spoon. Dig into it. It's very, very soft. So in lip gloss, it needs to be softer than lip balm because it's going into the tubes. It needs to be more liquid. So you can see it's congealed, but it's still going to run. So it will be more liquid in the summer, obviously, but we need it to be kind of, because there's 2 different types of tubes that we pour into. So we have these little tubes, like the squeeze tubes. We have those.
Yeah, so these ones.
Mm-hmm. And then the stick tubes, with the sticks where you pull it out and everything. So, yeah. So it needs to be thinner for that. If you put lip balm in here, it doesn't work well. It won't squeeze out of the tubes. And it won't, it'll just stick in there. So it doesn't work out well. So the base needed to be a little bit thinner, and that's what it is. So again, we are going to just weigh out what we need, and then we'll heat that.
want to do one and one of
Yeah. So this one, we have on our site too, like how much they hold. So the sticks hold, I believe, off the top of my head, I don't remember, but I believe these are 9 grams. So let's switch the scale to grams.
That's a lot of different things. There you go.
It does, yeah. So that holds 9 grams in the sticks, and then the tubes hold 11 grams. So if we do one of each, we need 20 grams total, right?
Yep.
And you do not have to add, like I find mostly in lip glosses, people don't really add flavor. There's a lot, I mean, it depends on your market. I think if you're marketing to kids and stuff like that and tweens, you should probably add a flavor, that would be great. But if you're marketing to, you know, people my age, 25, then then you may not want like, you know, real super bold color or super bold flavor. So it's not about that.
All right.
All right, and then we'll just put this is gonna melt a whole lot easier, so I'm only gonna put it in 15 seconds, or actually 10 seconds. Changing my mind on the fly. Put it in for 10 seconds, and it should be melted. So again, we're looking for liquid, very fluid. Now with this base, it is gonna get very fluid. But since these tubes, a little bit more, we're gonna go another 10. A little more fluid. Since these tubes, look at this little tiny, like I'm not going to try pouring it, I'm not even going to try it. So we got these little mini funnels, and they go right into the tubes. They either fit into the glass bottles or they go into these tubes. Makes pouring a whole lot easier. And again, you won't hate your life. So it's all about not hating your life. All right. And then if you can stir, I don't really need to put that on the scale, but stir that up. Should we do another fun color or the same color? The way they can see it in a lip balm and a gloss.
Yeah, I have another color around.
Okay.
We're just gonna do 1 drop this time because 2 drops is very aggressive.
Yeah.
This is the Heartbreaker color. This one's really intense. Probably the most intense red one.
Would be our best seller too.
Yeah.
1 drop will give us a beautiful tint.
Okay.
That's very thick stuff. So
It
it's
is
very,
thick.
It's very thick. It's like kind of a lava lamp in the bottom.
It does kind of look like a lava lamp.
Yeah.
It stirs in very quickly and easily.
Yeah.
Really stirred. Yeah.
Right.
Pour it in.
Pour it in, yeah.
It's a little warm
So
down there.
keep in mind when you're pouring this, so what goes into these tubes, you have a wand that you're gonna put in. So the wand's got this little felt tip. So if you fill that all the way to the top, bad things are gonna happen when we put this wand in. So we need to think about like leaving a little bit of headspace in the top so that there's room for the wand and the applicator tip and everything
So like
to
2/3.
take up space. I would go almost, so where the funnel goes in, fill it up to the bottom where the funnel goes in. That's like the magic spot for these. And if you fill it to the bottom of the funnel, I mean, once it's at the bottom of the funnel, no more is going to go out in there anyway. But if you fill it to the bottom of the funnel, then there's room, headspace room for this. The wand, the applicator.
I hit a snag.
Sometimes it likes to congeal in there.
There we go.
We're talking and letting it cool, so.
Sometimes I don't know what it is. Sometimes when you pour things, sometimes the funnel things do a little movement.
Oh yeah, it gets a suction.
Yeah, so just a little up and down movement, and it's good to go.
Let me see, airlock. Airlock. I don't know.
I have no idea. It's happened to me when I've poured different
It
things.
gets stuck.
Maybe because I'm pouring it in there too fast.
So she filled it to the end of that. That's plenty of room. And then for these tubes, so these don't stand up on their own because they're skinny at the bottom. They don't stand up on their own. So I usually put them in something, a little cup or something like that, to hold them up.
There we go.
That makes it easier. So they're already preloaded in the cups. Ooh.
I almost dropped it.
No
I'll
gosh.
bring it over there so we can keep it over with the natural one. All right, and this one we don't have to worry about the headspace as much, right?
Nope.
See?
Yeah. Yeah, because this just has a little insert that goes in, an applicator, but it doesn't go down into the bottle or anything.
Ah, I figured it out. I had to pour to the side. It comes over.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah, there's already something there.
Oh. So apparently we reused this tube, so there's a little bit of other stuff in there. So you can mix and match.
Right.
There you go. That'd be
I was
fun.
wondering why all of it didn't go in. That's why. So.
That'd be a fun like tie. You could do like a tie-dye color or something.
An ombre.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right. So that was our natural new lip gloss base.
Yep, natural lip gloss base. So, last but not least, the new Versagel base. So, I thought this we've had a lot of requests for this. So a lot of people have requested this, and people love it, and they love it, and it's awesome, and it was fun. Like when I initially started working with it, it's super fun. But it is literally the stickiest stuff in the entire world. I have never worked with any product, including sticky micro wax that we use in our carving candles to make the wax layers stick together. It's stickier than that. So keep in mind, this is the stickiest stuff you will ever work with in your entire life, first of all. The only thing I found that will like clean your hands after this and clean up and everything is our gel hand sanitizer, which I think I have around here. So, oh yeah, I have a bunch loaded up back there that we use for class. So our gel hand sanitizer, which is mostly alcohol, will take this off and clean it up very nicely. So, but that is the only thing that I have found to clean this up really. Very, very sticky. I have read on some things like you can thin this out, so you could use, some other type of oil. I would use fractionated coconut because that's completely clear, and this is completely clear. You can thin it out to where it won't be as sticky, but then your base is a little thinner too. So the base is nice because it's not thinned out. So anyway, I think that we should use something that we do not have to wash out. Something disposable would be ideal. So I should have some little 2 ounce disposable ones. So we're just using a little sauce cup. Very easy to wipe out because it's open in the top and everything like that. So, or we can dispose of it too. So,
Sticking to grams, we're going to ounces.
It doesn't matter. We can stick to grams. So you see how thick this is and how sticky this is. It does not want to come out. So you definitely need to heat this to get it in. And even when you heat it, it's very thick and sticky. So we have a special tool on how to get it out. So yeah, so let's do the same thing again. The 20 grams, a little spoon.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is when you heat this up, you're going to heat it. You don't think it's getting any thinner because it doesn't become liquid or anything like the other bases. But it does, it is more, not quite as sticky, more mobile. So you can see how fun that already is.
Kind of reminds me of like gel wax.
It does, only not as sticky. Well, way stickier than
stickier,
gel wax.
yeah.
Yeah, gel candle wax is not as sticky as this. It's not sticky enough to be glue though, so.
Well, that's good.
Won't glue your lips together.
To
It
something.
does make your lips feel nice, so it won't glue your lips together. And there's nothing natural about this, so.
20 grams. There we are.
All right.
Oh, I guess I have to keep this.
I keep that to stir with. I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. I'm gonna put it in for a minute. And then there we go. It's in for a minute. So what we do with this one, we can't pour this. You saw when I turn it over, it doesn't pour out. Even when it's heated, it's not liquid enough to pour out and stuff like that. So we have a special tool for this. I have found so constantly dosing with whatever they need. So I found that these syringes were fantastic. So one thing about like that, so like this is very steep. So you need to get something that doesn't pour to get down to the bottom for you. So you need to get that in somehow. This does not fit in there, so that's not going to help you out get down into the bottom of the tube. So we go one step further, and we take a pipette, and we cut it at the 2 millimeter mark. We already have something. The 2 millimeter mark. So we just have the pipette end, and we slide that right over top syringe, right? Slide it right over top. I usually do this before I suck the material in. So first, cut the tube, cut your pipette, keep it on the side. And then when this is about as liquid as it's gonna be, I heat it for a minute. So it takes a lot.
This one takes a lot longer than the other ones.
Yeah, so the other one's super quick and easy and stuff like that. This one takes a little bit longer just because of its space. Once it's heated, we'll add into it, and then just put this inside and suck it up. And then it sucks the product up into here. And then we'll put our pipette on, and that will help us get down into the tube. So we're going to put this directly into the tube. It only goes about halfway down in, but when you push the product out, it will naturally kind of go to the bottom. So I tried leaving this longer to like get further down into the tube, but only, oh no, that's, that was, it only the tip that goes in there. So if you have a smaller one, it could probably work, but then I found using smaller ones that the product gets like stuck in there, so. Yeah. You're not coordinated like me. Put it close to the top, so your stuff will be in there. Okay.
Right, I put it over there so that wouldn't get all over the table.
Perfect. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a
So it feels warm, but as you can see, it's still not liquid or not fluid. So, but it does move a little. So it did move a little in this container. Yep. It cools off very rapidly. So we're going to want to work with this pretty quickly. So.
all right, so just do
Add your color quick. No.
just one drop.
Yeah, let's do one drop because that's enough. This is a very strong color.
Stir in front of the people.
My hand sanitizer out because I managed, no matter how careful I am, I managed to wear some.
Whew. Yeah, it is like still real thick.
Yeah, that's about as thin as it gets even when it's heated.
Kind of reminds me of like slime.
It is very slime-like. Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we're pretty mixed. I feel like it's a little harder to
It
tell.
does
with
mix
this
easy,
one.
so yeah, it blends easy and mixes easy and everything, so that looks pretty good. So you hold
So
it.
if I don't do this fast enough, we could reheat.
Yeah, you can just reheat it and stuff, so. But that's about as liquid as it gets.
Mixed completely.
All right. So now we're just gonna extract some of the material up into the tube here.
Without the little end.
Likes to get stuck on the bottom, yeah.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is not. These syringes work great. We've been using them for like years in class too. So like if you make a real thick cream or lotion, if you're only making one, like say you're testing out a recipe, just doing a 4-ounce bottle, suck this right up in here and dispense it into your lotion bottles without having to like use funnels and wait and tap and all that. Okay. So we have some material in the syringe here. I'm going to wipe off the tip so that the pipette doesn't go flying off.
Here.
Oh, thank you. And this just goes on. You can tape it if you want. I don't usually because I put it right in here and then dispense it in. As best I can here. Let's see, if you dispense it, it goes right to the bottom, but you can see how thick this is.
Yeah, I definitely do a good enough job stirring.
Sure it'll all mix in there someday. So you just want to fill this as much to the bottom as you can. It'll kind of push it into place, but it's very thick and very sticky. Have I emphasized it's thick and sticky? Here, hold that. I need 2 hands to push it in. Yeah, just hold the 2. So again, if we weren't showing you on camera, I'd probably so. But see, the pipette on the end of your syringe helps it get in there. So, and that's about all I'm going to fill it because we need a little headroom. One thing, it doesn't drip out when you have it. Just, you have that to look forward to. And then you can fill the tubes the same way.
No, there's still some left in
Yeah,
this.
a lot stuck in. And fill the
Yeah, you got more
tubes
in
the
here.
same way. Yeah. I'm just gonna pull my pipette off. It's very hard to suck it up through the pipette because it's really skinny at the end, so I'll try to get more material in here.
I feel like you want to like amuse yourself as like making somebody do this, just especially if you don't give many instructions.
I'm very anxious to see how this sells because I just have a feeling
You might get
a lot of
frustrated.
requests. We will see. We're trying it because we've had so many requests. So many people want it. All right, and I'll continue to fill my tube here. And push it down as much as I can.
Woo! Uh-oh,
Sometimes
we had a jumper.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Sometimes it's to blow apart on you, you just put it back in. I wasn't holding it tight enough. I was trying to demo. If it gets real thick and wants to do that to you too, you can always just reheat it a bit, which is probably what it needs.
Yeah, like as you can see, like she was scooping it out of, sucking enough out of there, but we still have a good amount in this little container thing that is just was not. So we probably want to reheat.
Actually, for this one, the tube goes right in there. I don't need to use the pipette.
There you go. Makes it easier that way.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's all I sucked up, so that's all that's going in there for now. Yeah. And that goes in like that. But you definitely need that
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 tool.
syringe. And then you can't help but get it on your hands. No matter how hard you try not to, it gets on your hands. So I'm greasy. But the resolution for that, just a little hand sanitizer, disperses it right out. So you will need a wipe though. Hand sanitizer doesn't just go. But yeah, so those are our 4 lip care bases. So
Yep.
super fun. Check your questions.
Yes, let me just show you these
Yeah.
two. So this is the protective lip balm base we did first. You can see it's already cooling, and then the vegan one. So they're yeah. So you see the little sinkhole there. So you just heat a little more up and
Yep.
refill that. All right, let's see if we got anything here. I apologize, Instagram, that we lost you guys a little in there. I had to restart, but that is what it
The
is.
wonders of technology.
Yeah.
It's 2023 and technology still drops.
Connie says hey.
Hi,
Becky
Connie.
says hey.
Hey.
Essence and Alchemy Apothecary says hi, ladies. I love Connie says she loves the new ones.
Oh, good.
Becky says she missed you this morning at the store.
Ah, let me see what I should have asked for me.
It comes in that jar. I don't know a jar.
This
Maybe
would be
that?
the only jar, yeah.
Yeah.
That
So they all come in the deli containers besides the.
Right, this comes in another one, so just because I think you have to melt this so long that we put it in, you're gonna have to transfer it to something else, so. We get Crafter's Choice to package this up for us, because I
Deal
don't
with
wanna
it.
deal it. Yep,
All right.
eventually, if we sell enough, we'll buy it in big drums and package it up, but right now, yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
That's today.
All right, that's today. Thanks, everybody, for coming and watching, so join us next Wednesday for another fun-filled episode.
Sure.
And have a wonderful rest of your week. If you're in Pennsylvania like we are, or anywhere in the Northeast, it is beautiful up there. It's definitely not February, mid-February, because that's winter. We are having spring weather. So
Yeah, we are.
It is gorgeous. Enjoy the weather. Have a good week, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.